What's up, this is Esper, and today we're talking about making the kick and 808 fit perfectly together with only one plugin. It's called Kickstart 2 by Nicky Romero. This is the plugin of the week for Radium. Let's dive into it. So I've got this like cool little beat I'm working on right now. Sounds like this. And so I'm using the Kickstart on my group of instruments, obviously, and then I'm using it to duck the sub and the 808 when the kick and snare hits, right? Basic sidechaining. The only reason why I completely switched now Kickstart 2, because I used to use compressors before. Kickstart 2 just has an NT-click smoothing algorithm that's already sounds super clean and super good. It's just so easy to use. Basically, we've got our drums. I've already gone ahead and made triggers, a ghost note. Every time the kick and the snare hits, I just took, a piece of audio just like this, put it up there, colored it white because it's a ghost note. Just to have any type of input signal. Volume of the ghost note is at 0. You don't need to hear it. We just need some signal on a channel. The next thing to do is to go on your bass, instruments, whatever you're trying to sidechain and get the pumping going. You go on there, slide Kickstart 2 on there. There's the sidechain thing on the instrument down there. So we're going to click on it. We're going to select our ghost note as trigger, as input, right? It's like every time that ghost note, that thing that we just created, hits, we want it to sidechain. And that's the difference between Kickstart 1 and Kickstart 2. They just added it to Kickstart 2. It's a small update, but it's a major difference because it allows you to sidechain not necessarily on grid, As you can see here, we've got kicks on 16th notes, stuff like that. So that's why it's really good. So we inputted it ghost note. Now we're going to go on Kickstart, and the only thing we have to do is to click audio instead of sync. So sync is just going to sync to the tempo of your project. MIDI is if you want to use a MIDI ghost note instead of audio note, right? So you can just create a MIDI file and put notes anywhere. Doesn't matter which note. And so every time that note's going to hit, if you put it on MIDI, it'll work. Anyway, so we've got our ghost note. We've got it on the group. Now all we need to do is click on audio. Under options here, we have the NT-click smoothing thing already on. So we're good on that. And then that's pretty much it. As you can hear, it ducks every time the kick and snare hits. And the really cool thing about this plugin and why it's so easy to use is because the UI is so easy. You choose a preset and then you move it wherever you want. That easy. Put it back with the kick. What I love too about it is that when you see this little yellow waveform at the beginning of the start of the plugin here, that's the ghost note. So it shows you how long your ghost note is. And then sometimes, if you have like a trigger that's too long, Kickstart will show it to you. And so you can just fix it, Without it, it's clashing, right? And with it. So there you have it, Kickstart 2, super easy to use, it looks great, it sounds great, and it's also super cheap. So go grab your copy, Nicky Romero, Kickstart 2, you'll thank me later. Peace.